Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Kavin from TechPass, and yes, I had an hacker the last week. That's a minor thing, but yeah, the iOS 15 developer preview is here. That's not a minor thing, minor update. As said in the keynote, there's a lot of things going on. So these are the much awaited features that everyone is looking forward. So these are the new 8 features that you should know before using iOS 15 in a daily basis. So let's get started. The first feature we are going to see today is the changes in the weather app, which has a major leap compared to the last version. It has 1,000 variations in the weather animations and even the sun positions, and also the information section changes according to the weather, which is pretty cool. So the next feature we are going to see today is the live text. The live text feature has been in the Android platform for quite a while now, which is named as Google Lens. According to Google, pushing updates for most of the devices, Android devices, is pretty tough compared to the iOS, which has a handful amount of devices. So what I meant to say is Google Lens has been in the market for quite a while now, so it has gotten more refinements compared to this one. So we have to wait for the stable update to get a clear picture of how it has been executed in iOS. The next feature is the updated Apple Maps. So they have created most of the 3D models of tourist places in USA. They have created one for Apple Park. The Apple Park looks gorgeous, and that too in 3D. The amount of details they went into to make it is insane. Like the color rings inside the Apple Park and stuff are really great. And also some places light up in night as shown in the keynote. So that's about it for Apple Maps. Moving on to the next feature. The fifth feature is the Safari. This app gave birth to a new generation, which is handled in a single hand. Yes, it is easy now. Even Chrome doesn't support in Android phones. To your surprise, it is there in iPhones for no reason. What I mean is the primary users of the Chrome are basically from Android. People who are using iPhones will mostly use Safari. This leads to the not giving the update of one-hand usage. The navigation thing in the bottom of the display is a big question mark. So the Safari app have the floating search bar, easy tab switcher, and many other security updates compared to the older version. The next feature is shared with you. I'm gonna share it with you, but the feature is called shared with you. I know this joke is so lame, but I added to spice up the scripting process. This basically what it does is, say your friend is sending you a news from Apple's news app in iMessage, and if you're using the news app, it appears with their profile picture in the app, which is quite useful and nice move to use iMessage more often. The next feature is the changes in the FaceTime app. I don't know what happened to Apple with the launch of the new Beats Studio Buds. They removed the H1 chip and included a unique chip which also supports Android for quicker connectivity and a price cut also. Okay, coming back to the FaceTime features. Now FaceTime supports Android and Windows web browser, which basically means, say you can share a link from FaceTime, just how it works in Zoom. And the new mic modes in FaceTime, which allows you to enhance your voice. Say you're in a noisy environment, it will enhance your voice alone. So the other feature is, say if you're very hungry and you're running a class and you have to go get something in the next room, so you can turn on the wide spectrum mode, which will pick up the voices from a longer distance, which is quite useful for some time. The portrait mode, basically what it does is, say if you have privacy issues showing your bedroom to other people in the meeting, you can turn on portrait mode, which comes so handy. I think that's a pretty cool update. Coming to the next feature, focus mode. The focus mode is in Android for quite a while now. It's from Android 5.0 back in 2014. That's a long time to release in iOS. Basically, some features are copied from Android. I don't know why, but still that's the case. Last time they copied widgets, this time it's focus mode. So focus mode exists in Android in the form of profiles. You can create work profile and personal profile. What you will do is, you will choose a bunch of apps which will show notification and work with, and also in that you can keep exceptions from a particular person in case of emergency and stuff. That's how it works. So this is also nice. The last one is the minor updates to the design elements in UI. So which starts from the notification center, has its profile picture popping up for every message from the person you are receiving, and also the stacking animation is great as well. Now the whole system UI is going for a rounded edge look, which ends up in the settings app compared to the older ones which are boxier. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon. If you like this video, click the like button, and if you don't like this video, click the dislike button, tell me what's wrong with this video. So thank you guys for watching.